guys. This is second rest day of the week of not resting. I did wake up at 2 p.m. today though, so kind of a rest. I'm going back today on a bro split because I can't work my lower half since I had hip surgery, so it'll be about 4 months of upper body. Starting off with a little pull-up exercise my brother taught me, and it's 10 pull-ups, 10 chin-ups as one set. So you 10-10, 10-10, and then 8-8, 8-8, 6-6, 6-6. So I try to get to like 100 pull-ups. If I don't reach 100 pull-ups in the normal amount, and I have to like cheat a little bit, I just kind of take a break, and then I do however many's left over at the end. I did my 10-10, 10-10. So I'm on 8-8, 8-8. Kind of just a warm up to get in the back. It gets a good kind of back pump, and then I go into like all my weightlifting stuff. Usually I do some weighted as well, but with hip surgery I can't put the belt on my waist. A lot of people ask me what my diet is. I think they're usually referring to when I'm in season in wrestling, because right now my diet is not the best. I'm trying to get back into it though. So today what I'm trying to eat is breakfast. Like I said, I woke up at 2, so I'll probably only have 2 meals today, but breakfast was just chicken and rice. Try to have a little more carbs at the beginning of the day, but I'm also not working out as much because I'm not wrestling, so I'm doing 1 workout a day instead of 2 or 3. So chicken and rice in the morning. After my lift, I have a protein shake, then probably chicken and rice again because I actually make 2 breasts. Maybe a little bit of potatoes on the side, so it's a bigger meal. And then for dinner, I usually have like steak, so red meat. I know I eat red meat pretty much every day, which is a little much and expensive, but I'll have steak, mashed potato, and corn or mac and cheese or something. Kind of throughout the day I snack. Right now, I'm a little bit bad. I've been playing a lot of RuneScape. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a computer game, a MMORPG with my brother, and I eat a lot of Rice Krispie treats and Pringles and things like that. Which I mean isn't really hurting me. I had a DEXA scan recently, and I had 12% body fat, meaning I weigh 170 pounds, and I have like 15, I think it might have been 17 pounds of fat on my body, with not exercising as much as I do, so probably normally have about 10. And for those of you who don't know, a DEXA scan is it scans your body and tells you your actual body fat percentage, so it's not a pinch test. On a pinch test, that'd be about 7% body fat. Because we have to get hydrated for wrestling, and they do a pinch test. That's about 7, 8, 9. They do a couple different areas, so I was average probably 8. But yeah, now I'm getting into my second 8-8. Arms start to get pretty tired. Not so much, like I'm not fatiguing in my back, but it gets a back pump. Really the only thing that gasses out is my biceps and my forearms. Same as like push-ups. My chest isn't gas, it's my shoulders. Same with planks, it's not my abs, it's my shoulders. I'm feeling pretty good, so I might go back up to 8-8, 8-8, or 10-10, 10-10 again, instead of 6-6. We'll see. it's pretty tiring. So 10, 10, 10, 10. That's 40. 8, 8, 8, 8. That's 32. So I don't know, I forgot. 72. Plus another 10, 10, 10, 10. I don't fucking know. I'm way off on my math. So I did 3, 10, 10, 10, 10s. That puts me at 60. 2, 8, 8, 8, 8s. 32. It's 92. Okay. I'll probably do a 6, 6. I'm gonna rest too long here. Not gonna cut the video, I'll just keep talking. I don't know if I'm gonna make a YouTube video out of this or kind of just crop it, make some TikToks. I don't know. I need to start filming again more because I have way too much free time on my hands, and I still have people kind of asking me what I do, and writing it out takes a long time, and it's a lot easier to understand if it's just in a video. I can send them a video of what I do. Also for pre-workout right now, I'm taking Total War. I am an NCAA Division I athlete, so I get drug tested, and the NCAA kind of considers everything as a performance-enhancing drug. Like even Bucked Up does Diurent Velvet, which basically does absolutely nothing. It's technically a performance-enhancing drug, so I can't take Bucked Up. Things like that. There's a lot of people said I can't take, so I'm taking like Total War. In season, I take C4 Rip just so I'm not taking too much caffeine. I'm able to sleep good at night, stuff like that. And then I also have Lit, which I very rarely take. I haven't gotten. I asked for that when they said it was orange, so I think it's good as well. But technically, nothing is approved by the NCAA when it comes to pre-workouts. It basically says it has a risk. It doesn't say anything's illegal, but they could always have something because pre-workout companies lie a lot. But they haven't had any problems with Total War, and nothing's popped up for Lit. And C4 Ripped is basically nothing. So, yeah, I lost that. Back things, I have to be pretty careful. I can't rotate with my hips too much. Sitting like this is actually feels like fine for a couple of seconds, but after a while it starts to kind of hurt a little bit. So these are actually easier than lat pulls for me for some reason. I try not to like hitch too much like this. It's probably fine, but lat pull downs kind of just hooking myself in at the hips. Doesn't feel too good. My physical therapist told me I'm being a little bit too active. She said try to be more like a NARP, but I mean I'm literally just walking to class, to and from class, and lifting. But I don't know. For me, this is like I'm doing nothing. But I get where she's coming from. She had the same surgery as me, so I'm listening to her. Trying not to use the stairs, I'm using an elevator, things like that. Right, here we go. Gotta stay somewhat light here. Felt fine, didn't hurt too much. I'm figuring out how to compensate without like putting too much on my good side, making that side hurt. Figuring out things I can and can't do, pain-wise. I mean, I don't really know exactly what's going on in there, but I know to an extent. I'm just kind of supposed to look out for the bone, kind of make sure I'm not hitting them. Don't jump. Don't walk like too far of stride. Don't like stretch this out too much. But it's really fucking hot in this gym today. There's no one here, so it's kind of surprising. Usually when it's a packed day, it gets hot. Or I'm gonna break. I mean, Thanksgiving break. So, and it's Sunday, like 5 o'clock. So there's no one here. Like probably 20 people in the gym max, and it's a rec center meant for 25-30,000 kids. So I always hit my AirPods off because my ears are weird with cauliflower and they stick out weird. So this is something I make accidental eye contact with people a lot, is I don't like go straight, put my AirPod in that way, because I have to fiddle with my ear a lot. I kind of turn my head, and especially on that side. But I'll do my set. To check the camera. I don't even know if I'm in view, but we'll see. I'm gonna up the weight on the next set. So I wasn't at the best angle on that camera, but it should work. You see most of me, so you're probably fine. You guys get the point. I don't even know if I do these right, honestly. Sometimes when I do them, I get like rib pain if I lean too far back, and then right now I can't like do it perfect as my hip, but I still feel my back. That's kind of all that matters for me. I sometimes watch guys like JPG, things like that, and I'll see what could be better and I try it, but it's kind of all about feel. I mean, I've been lifting for, what, 9 years now, and I've been wrestling for 16, so, yeah, 16, well, I think it might be 17. Yeah, just say 16. Wrestled for 16 years, so I got pretty good mind-muscle connection, and I kind of know when I'm working things. And this is my second major surgery. Well, injury, wrestling-related major surgery. So I know the recovery process. I think I'm doing pretty good. This one's a little weird just because basically feel normal. Like I'll sit down too fast, things like that. It'll pop. It kind of reminds me like, hey, you got surgery 3 weeks ago, and it's a 6 to 10 month recovery. So yeah. Time to get my set. That 10 pounds felt a lot heavier. Also, you guys probably hear my music. It's another problem with having cauliflower from wrestling. Is with your AirPods, it like blocks this little one on the top. It just kind of puts it at weird angles so you can't really hear it all the way. So I put it on full blast. It's not that loud. It actually would be louder if, instead of having it all the way in like this is pretty quiet. It's louder if I let it like hang outside my ear, but then the problem is it'll fall out. So someone could make some headphones for wrestlers. I mean, I like over the ear more, so this Black Friday I'll probably buy some. I just don't really know what's the best headset. I know they're better gaming headsets, but not wireless music headsets. A little bit of dull pain there on the end of the set. Feeling decent though. It's been hard for me to pump lately. I don't know if my body's just too focused on my hip or what, but I'm just not getting the same pumps. Could be because I'm not eating right, eating as much. I'm drinking a lot of water, not going out, not doing anything bad, so I don't know. I feel like it should balance out, but I'm gonna start eating more. I can't get over it for the past few days. I realized a couple days ago that The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars is sang by Jared Leto. I don't know. I feel like that's a huge piece of information that somehow I didn't know, and I feel like I'm the only one that didn't know that, but none of my roommates knew as well. Maybe he doesn't sing it. I looked it up and it said him and his brother Shannon, I think. Something like that. They're it. And then every time I look up The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars, it's videos of Jared Leto singing it in a concert. Baffles me. A lot of what I've been listening to lately is just rock. Korn, Slipknot, Killswitch Engage, Killswitch Engage, big time. End of Heartache, The Kill, like 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah, a lot of that. And then other stuff is just super, like, It Girl, IT Girl, It Girl, whatever you want to call it. Boys Aliyah, songs like that. Yummy, it's like a Yummy and Righteous by Elias Erlud. Tummy Full of Edible Gummies, I'm feeling yummy, that song. I'm obsessed with that song. That's that song I repeat all the time. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. It's starting to hit. I hurt a little bit, so I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit. It's what I talked to my physical therapist about. The gym's empty, so now I can actually lay down on something normal instead of laying down on a treadmill. But yeah, I just gotta kind of rest my head. doing things like activating other muscles help a lot. Just flexing my butt. But just a little bit, kind of the activation. Just say kind of activating other muscles distracts my body from using my hip flexor too much, which will strain my hip. And then two, like just flexing my quad. Alright. This is literally all I've learned in physical therapy so far. I've only had one visit, so it's just an evaluation. Like I said, she said I was being too active, so she's like, we're going to be cautious with you in here because you're so active outside. What's up?
So bro, how you doing?
What's that?
How you doing?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Just resting?
Yeah,
or
just
you record
resting.
yourself? Are you recording?
Kevin, I don't know if I'll put him in the video. He's just kind of walking up to me maybe. He's from Brazil. He just had ACL. Well, he had ACL surgery like a year ago, so he's still in physical therapy, getting over that. So we just kind of talked about the recovery process and things. Because now we're both in physical therapy. But yeah, gotta finish my workout. Taking too long, talking to too many people. Feeling good though. Just kind of tired a lot. Like I said, slept at 2. My sleep schedule's been so weird. I mean, like, there's been like a couple nights here and there where I'm just up till like 5 in the morning. I have like friends in the East Coast, and they'll be like picking up and sending me fucking Snapchats of the sunrise. And I'm like still awake, West Coast. But yeah, so I went to bed at like 5. I mean, last night I don't really have an excuse. I was just playing video games with my brother, playing RuneScape. I was up till like 5 running tubes of the basket. And yeah, I woke up at 2 o'clock. Crazy. I mean, I felt great because of it. Getting a lot of sleep today, but I gotta fix that. We're on break, so it's probably not gonna get fixed for a bit. I might just pull an all-nighter one of these days and then kind of be really tired by the next night. Just fall asleep, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. I know that sounds like a terrible idea, but it seems really good in my head. I don't know why. This is one of my favorite exercises for back right now. It's hard to explain how to do it, so you kind of just have to grab it and feel it out. The weight doesn't really matter. Of course, start really light to figure out how to do it, but I could have a 25 on here and feel if I'm doing it right and then go heavier. That's what you should probably do. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I always go thumb out. Sideways. I lift the seat up pretty high, but I am like 5'9", so I don't really know how that'd be for other people. Try to tuck my elbow behind me like that. And I grab this for stability. It's the opposite side. I pretty much do everything. 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps usually. I mean, some things I'll go up to like 15 reps, some things I go down to 8. Most part is 10 to 12 until I go heavier, then I'll go down to 8. Yeah, I mean, I want to say 8 to 15. If I do more than 12, I don't feel like it really does too much, but there's some exercises that I feel like because I'm going light, like certain bicep curls machines, I have to do like 15 to 20 reps because if I go too heavy, I float my forearms too much. So I stay light and focus it on my biceps, and I do extra reps. But like things like this, most main exercises that are a well-built machine, you should do 8 to 12 reps. 4 sets. If you want to get a warm-up set in, do 5. Yeah. Pretty simple, really. I mean, people kind of overestimate the complicatedness of going to the gym. It's pretty fucking basic, to be honest. You just kind of lift, and once you get it down to a science, I mean, or not a science, but once you get it down, you can feel when you're working things correctly. It's pretty simple. I mean, I do this, I feel it in my lat, I'm doing it right. If I don't, I feel it in my arm, in my bicep, my forearm too much, I lower it, I try to figure out what's the sweet spot, how I'm supposed to feel it, go heavy again, and then I'm good to go. And some days you're just not going to feel it too. That happens too. That's why I bench 4 times a week. Having ACL surgery and hip surgery on the same leg are not pleasant. They don't go together very well. See like that every once in a while. to say it catches, I don't want to say it pops, but it's just kind of like a little, I'll say it pop, but it's kind of just like a, feels like it kind of just goes like, not so much of a, but more of like a, feels like it barely nicks, and it makes me do that little like, little kind of hip jerk. It's fine, it's kind of like a split second pain thing, but that's cool.
It's still on commercial.
I think it's actually 75. Probably gonna be done after this.
I like your hoodie since they're going to the brown one. The brown one? The brown one. No, really big. Just watch it.
Yeah, Young LA is coming up.
I might actually go upstairs and do an exercise that I personally don't like, but I saw Sam Sulik do it, so I always thought it was an ass workout, but if he's doing it, it's gotta be pretty solid, so I might rewatch the video he showed doing it and then do it. I like the workout, but I don't like the specific machine that we have here, but it's the same one he was using, so we'll see. As per my physical therapist's request, I am going to use the elevator. I've been using it, but I don't like doing it, so I don't feel like I have to, but it does kind of hurt going up and down the stairs, so we'll see. This has been under order, or out of order for a while, but there's no sign today, so we'll see if it works. I put it really light, I feel how it goes. I don't know how to set it up and stuff. And figure out if I like it here. Smaller. To 130. I don't know what that is. If it's heavy or not. Right here, actually. A little bit of burn in my rib cage there. Punctured a lung. I think it just pushed on my floater ribs a little bit. Felt pretty good. I think it's just it's something to stay light on, can't go heavy. I think that's probably too much pressure here on my lower rib cage, first of all, and second of all, I think just if it's really heavy, you can't really like pull it well in the right way. You're just gonna be cheating too much. Kind of hard to breathe while doing it. I've been out of breath a lot lately though. Probably just from lack of wrestling for a while, and I can't run, I can't do anything. I didn't hate running, I never run. I only run to cut weight. And even then it's strictly treadmills, ellipticals, bikes. When I've already had ACL surgery, I had to clean up on my ACL surgery, and now I've had hip surgery, but I've always had a hip issue leading up to it, so running's just terrible. And I basically got 32 double Ds, so kind of hurts my shoulders and back when I run as well. I might have to get a training bra here pretty soon. As the great Pain from Naruto said, those who do not understand true pain will never understand true gains. And it's the way it is. Tom Platz is exactly correct when he talks about when you feel like you're totally done, you got at least 5 more. I think it depends on the person. When I feel like I'm totally done, it's a lot different than that wasn't going to failure, by the way. I'm not going to failure right now. I can't because I'll hit my hips too much and I'll squeeze and I'll fuck it up. That, to a lot of people, is true failure. Is to failure. That's not to failure. And this is a very light, easy workout for me. But a normal person does not comprehend the same amount of pain as an athlete. And an athlete does not comprehend the same amount of pain and struggle as a wrestler. And from wrestling, that's something I've learned, that it's like, now, in order to stop, if I'm doing something that hurts and I can't push through it, I don't want to have to make a conscious effort to stop. I was doing planks for physical therapy before surgery, and I was doing a plank, and I told myself, well, I'll do it like a 2-minute, 3-minute plank. We'll see. I'm kind of tired. I don't know how long I'll be able to hold it. And I got to 2 minutes, and I was like, fuck, I think I can do 5 minutes. And I get to 5 minutes, I was like, oh, it was 2 more minutes. So I did 7-minute straight plank, and then my shoulder started to ache a lot, so I turned into a side plank, which is harder than a front plank, but it takes the relief off one shoulder. So I'm not breaking my plank. I'm going from one plank to another type of plank at 7 minutes. I did a side plank left for 30 seconds, side plank right for 30 seconds, and I did 4 minutes again. And anytime my shoulders got too tired, I broke into a side plank. And I ended up doing 21 minutes. And even at 21 minutes, I had to kind of like have that conscious talk with myself, that inner dialogue of, fuck, I think I could do more. And I actually ended up slipping, and I fell at 21 minutes. I mean, I was breaking soon. I was gonna collapse. My legs were shaking, my abs were shaking, and my shoulders were killing me. And it was, I think my elbows slowly slipped forward, and my foot just like launched past, because I was in socks. Yeah, that's just something people don't like fully understand. I mean, it's something when you're cutting weight since you're in middle school. I mean, cutting weight is miserable. You see UFC fighters, they do it like 3 times a year, and they cut a little bit more than wrestlers, and it's like miserable for them. It's terrible. And they get like 30-something hour weigh-in, like prior to the fight. Wrestlers, you cut weight, you have to make weight basically every week, twice a week sometimes. Scratch weight, and you get, for duels, you get an hour to rehydrate, and for tournaments, you get 2 hours to rehydrate, and then you're wrestling. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I hate to like be like, oh, wrestling is this, wrestling is that, but people truly don't get it. You have old people in the sauna that are like, oh, I wrestled my freshman and sophomore year of high school. It's like, I mean, maybe you got to experience some of that, but I mean, unless you're at a top level program first, and second, unless you've been wrestling for a long time, you don't really get it. I mean, I appreciate people that have done it a little bit and connecting with it, and I love talking to people about wrestling, but it's something when you're cutting weight, it's like, my wrestling buddies know it out there. It's like, when I'm cutting weight, don't try to like level with me and be like, oh, I know what you're doing, because you got days and days of food and liquid stored in you, and I don't. So I might be a little agitated. I'll put on a smile when I talk, and I'm very polite, but it's something that after I'm like, why is this dude talking to me about how he wrestled 3 matches in JV, like, right now? If you're gonna say just that, that's cool. Talk to me about wrestling, but don't say I wrestled JV my freshman year, so I know what cutting weight is like, because you don't. One set, I'm done. Go home. Finally driving my own car. Get to drive now. School banned. The school banned electric scooters, so I have to walk around more than I'm supposed to. I'm allowed to. Hip. Which kind of sucks. But I don't know. I just have to kind of figure out a way to and from school without using my electric scooter. I can't walk that distance to school. It's not far. Right now with my hip, I can't do that. Just walking from class to class is getting too much kind of. So figuring out rides to and from campus, and then once I'm there, I'm fine. I just deal with the fact that I'm gonna be here all day, like 8:30 a.m. to 5:30. I need to start like meal prepping a little bit because of that. That's why I'm not eating much recently and why I'm smaller. I'm done with my workout. I'm gonna head home and feel disappointed in my performance, even though I shouldn't even be here. That's it for me. I don't know if I'm gonna make a YouTube video or just kind of make a bunch of TikToks and Reels, but we'll see. I want to start kind of putting more content out there. But if you watched, and if you made it this far, thank you. For those that didn't make it this far, thank you as well just for opening it. It means a lot. Alright, so done with my workout. Listening to my slow, sad music. After hours, night call. Don't wake me, I'm not dreaming. Things like that. It's kind of my ritual. Listen to really intense music before the gym, and upbeat music during the gym, and crazy music during the gym. And then after it, kind of like listen to slow music, kind of depress and like decompress and feel about life and where I'm at, and kind of make sure I'm happy with myself, things like that. It does kind of like, I mean, the point is to help me get tired, but it does kind of upset me a little bit. But it's cool because I know probably when I get home, my brother's gonna be on RuneScape, and I'll hop on with him, and then we'll start joking and talking, and we'll be normal again. So I give myself like 30 minutes of sadness a day. I get out of it. It's not really like a requirement. Just kind of happens, especially since I'm like hip surgery. I can't really do much. Not doing too much. I'm in my room most of the day. I mean, well, if we don't have class, so just want to break out. I'm in my room most of my day. Yeah. Damn, it's a lot harder to chug these shakes with milk. It's a lot easier to get it all down with water. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you're not even close to baseline. I am not close to baseline. This is Hoodie, my best friend got this for me. We got like matching ones. He made two. He made one for him, one for me. And if you guys know what that is, it was Blade Runner 2049. I showed him the movie. He liked it. So Ryan Gosling he's him.